Chickasaws from the 5A East against the Jacksonville Lighthouse 2A charter team in Jacksonville, Arkansas. They are only a 3-year program, only 5 years as a school. They're a charter 2A school in Jacksonville, Arkansas, and last year had a very successful year, going all the way to the semifinals in the Class 2A state tournament. Should present a lot of troubles today for Blytheville. Saw them last night as they played the Jonesboro Golden Hurricane, and for half the game they hung with Jonesboro pretty well. They are going to be without one of their starters tonight. Jason Bobo, who started last night, scored 7 points, 4 out of 6 from the free throw line, has come down with flu-like symptoms, so he probably will not be in the game today. In fact, he's not going to be in the game today. He's not even dressed out. He'll be replaced in the lineup by Darian Reed, who did not score last night. He's a 6'3" senior. We're going to have the starting lineups for you in just a couple of minutes and get underway with 4 games here at the Barry Pruitt Court. It was dedicated last night by Athletic Director at Jonesboro High School, David Daniel, and the Superintendent of the Jonesboro Public School System, Dr. Kim Wilbanks. A very moving ceremony. I wish we had some video from that. A lot of the Barry Pruitt family was here, some players that used to play for Barry Pruitt here at Jonesboro High School. 28 years as the head basketball coach at JHS. He had the captain of his 1994 state championship team. Matt Daniel was here last night, and Jason Thomas, a member of the 2007 state championship team, in the house. They unveiled the plaque that will sit out in the lobby of this institution, and a very moving ceremony as everybody in the house who probably, if you have anything to do with Jonesboro High School in the last 10 years, you know a little bit about Barry Pruitt and just what a special person he was to this school. So we'll take a break. We'll come back and have a very special presentation of the national anthem coming up from a Jonesboro High School student as you're watching the 2017 33rd Barry Pruitt Hurricane Invitational on Tubetown.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
Back at Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium on the campus of Jonesboro High School. Our first game today will be the Jacksonville Lighthouse Wolves, the Blytheville Chickasaws. Chickasaws are under Mackenzie Pierce. He spent 2 years at East Poinsett County before he came to Blytheville. He was very successful at EPC before coming to Blytheville. He is a former graduate assistant for Mike Anderson at Arkansas, was with Anderson the time he came to Arkansas to the time he left to go to EPC, about 4 seasons. And McKenzie had a nice run at EPC. He took the Warriors to the finals of the NEA. He won the NEA his first year. He took them to the semifinals, or the finals of the state tournament his second year at EPC. And at Blytheville, he's repeated the NEA experience anyway, winning it both years at Blytheville as the head coach of the Chickasaws. They're going to be in the maroon uniforms today with white numerals and trim. And Jacksonville Lighthouse, a small 2A school, will be in navy blue with gold. Kiera Reed, a student here at Jonesboro High School, will be singing the national anthem. So we'll send it down to PA announcer Aaron Lowe here at Jonesboro High School and our national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Day 2 of the 33rd Annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. The first game of the day will feature on the visitors on the scoreboard, the Blytheville Chickasaws, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Jacksonville Lighthouse Wolves. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Today's national anthem will be sung by Ms. Rakia Greer, a senior at the Academy at Jonesboro High School.
Oh, say,
Beautifully done by Shakira Greer from Jonesboro High School, our national anthem. All right, it looks like we're going to have the home team on the scoreboard being the Jacksonville Lighthouse Wolves. And there you see in the white hair, Bill Tyre. He's been at Blytheville for, well, let me put it this way. I don't know how old Blytheville is, but when they were building the school, Bill Tyre was there to turn over the dirt to get started with the construction. That's how long he's been at Blytheville. Very good coach, very good helper for Mackenzie Pierce. He also was an assistant for so many years with David Hickson, who's now the athletic director at Blytheville High School. Trey Jamison, Michael Carruthers, Tony Newmy, Winston Peace, and Jarvis Haynes are the starters for the Chickasaws. 3 players at 6'3".
Chris Mims. Number 2, Darion Reed.
Actually, all starters over 6 foot except for Tony Newmy, who's a 5'10" senior. Chris Mims, Darian Reed, Eric Miles, who had 16 points last night in the loss to Jonesboro, Reggie Adell, a 6'4" senior, Devontae Davis. He seems to be the playmaker for the Wolves. 16 points last night against the Hurricane. They're going to be in white tops with navy blue shorts. And the officials, a very senior crew. Brandon Thesey, Eddie Bryant, and the legend Curtis Tate. That's my own personal nickname for Curtis Tate, the legend. And he certainly is a very good guy, too, and he's a fine official. This tournament's been going on 33 years. Jonesboro's won it the last 5. They will play tonight at 7 o'clock. Brandon Thesey will toss it up. We'll get ready to go. The tip is controlled by the Chickasaws. In the backcourt is Tony Newmy to run the offense. Jacksonville will start off in a 2-3 zone defense. They played that throughout the night in the loss to the Hurricane, 74-52. On the right wing, down the corner, on the baseline, shot up and in by Trey Jamison. And it's 2-0 Blytheville. They play man-to-man defense. Lighthouse will be very deliberate. Don't have a lot of height, but they can really get up. There's a steal by Blytheville. Then poked away from behind, running down on the baseline is Carruthers. He'll go to the paint, shoots one from 8, no good. Tip, no good. Rebound by the Wolves of Jacksonville. There's a long 3-ball way off the mark, hit nothing but glass, an easy rebound for Haynes. Going the other way, fast break basketball, missed a little up and under by Trey Jamison, and here comes the Wolves the other way, knocked out of bounds to slow the momentum, but Jacksonville will keep it. 2-0 Blytheville, early going here at Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium. What's going on?
Traffic.
Oh, the old traffic excuse. Nice drive down the left baseline, and it's going to be whistled.
Steps were called.
For traveling. That was a nice move, though, and he says, hey, don't y'all have moves like that up here in northeast Arkansas? I never get called for that in Jacksonville. Wes Cisco joining us. How you doing?
They're good. How you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good. Blytheville working the ball down to the baseline. Cross skip pass. There's a long 3 up and in. Very nice shot by Tony Newman.
Good job of Blytheville for moving the ball around and getting him wide open there.
5-0 Blytheville. Jacksonville, Reed has it top of the key. Can't go any further. Now back's pushed out on the man-to-man defense, and they'll get in your pocket. There's a 5-second count. Now, actually, they call a timeout to avoid the 5-second count. Too much ball movement and not enough getting it out of your hands. So we'll take a timeout as Jacksonville Lighthouse wants to talk it over. We're going to keep it right here. They change it to a 30-second. So how many times you get away with that traffic excuse?
Usually I don't do the early games. Usually I have the last 2, so I get to set up here and get a hold of my buddies up here in the stripes. my former colleagues.
All right, Jacksonville breaks the timeouts. They think they have it under control now. We'll try to get on the board. We played 2 minutes of basketball, 5-0 Blytheville. The Chickasaws with the lead.
And, you know, Jacksonville had to forfeit some games earlier this year. Lighthouse did due to an ineligible player.
Yeah, 4 of them. It was just a player that kind of slipped through the cracks. They had to forfeit a couple of games. So really, they are 4-2 or 4-3. I'm sorry, make that 7-3. Kind of turn the record around because they had 4 forfeits in that loss column. They turned the ball over there. That was a problem last night for Lighthouse. They turned the ball over an awful lot.
Well, I just wonder if, because I haven't seen them play this year, Bud, but I just wonder if those ineligible players might have been who got them up to that good start.
There's a nice dribble drive, no defense bucket for Trey Jameson. He has 4, and it's 7-0 Jacksonville. Here's Devontae Davis. He put on a show last night against the Hurricane. Tall, slim guy with the long reach. Miles goes to the baseline, can't get a shot off. Jacksonville still looking for their first bucket. Here comes the Blytheville Chickasaws the other way. Missed a short one. And the ball goes out of bounds off Jacksonville. Blytheville will keep it under their own basket. Throw it in with 5:04 to go, leading 7-0.
Peace was trying to get something out of nothing there going in between the two Wolf defenders.
Having no problem getting the ball inside. The Chickasaws get it on the second attempt from Jarius Haynes, his first 2, and it's 9-0 Blytheville, trying to make this a runaway from the start. Long 3 for Davis, and Ace switches that one, and that will get him back in the game quick. Devontae Davis, long range 3.
Nice shot by the lefty on Davis there.
Didn't even give the defense a chance to set up. Blytheville has it on the left wing.
Steps.
And steps taken. You won't see that called very often. But they call it early here. Here's the first substitution of the game, Demarion Garvin. He's a 5'10 senior for Blytheville. He's in the game. Chris Mims. A lot of dribbling.
Oh, yeah.
To the left side, a reach-in foul there.
I was about to say, I thought he almost got away with it, but he didn't.
Michael Carruthers with the first foul of the game. It's on the Chickasaws. First team foul. Jacksonville will throw it into the backcourt. And Eric Miles. Working it outside, trying to get Davis open for a shot. They're going to come out on him. Now he's going to throw one up anyway from 25. A little short, but an offensive board by the shorter Wolves. Return shot won't go for Dalen Cooperwood. And it's Blytheville basketball. Cooperwood played last night, didn't score for the Wolves. There's a corner pocket 3 that will bounce off. And fighting for the board, Chickasaws come up with it. Carruthers with the runner, no. Offensive board stick back, it's blocked. 4th chance up and in. You can't give them 4 chances. It will kill you every time. Winston Peace with the bucket, his first 2, and it's 11-3.
The Wolves did not put a body on anybody. They're shorter. They're going to have to box out to get some rebounds, Bud, and they are not doing that in the early going.
Mims taking around the top, loses a basketball. Here's a 3-on-1 and a miss of the dunk.
Just lay it in.
Pierce will get him out of the game. He told me, if you're going to showboat, you better make it.
There's steps right there.
There's steps in the paint. And here comes the sub. Jaquan Fowler, 5'10 junior for Blytheville. He's in for
Carruthers.
Carruthers, who missed that dunk. Chickasaws front court, up 11-3. Knife pass inside, and a nice bucket by Winston Peace. Remember him from last year in the Chickasaws. He has a tremendous inside game, plays a lot taller than his 6'3 frame. 13-3, Blytheville with the lead. Down into the corner, now to the wing. Chris Mims stepped on the sideline. The ball will go over to Blytheville. Just too many unforced errors from the Wolves. I have to correct that if they're going to stay in this ball game.
And I will tell you one thing, Fowler got away. His hand was all over the back there of Mims.
Here come the Chickasaws. 10-point lead, trying to add to that with 2:30 to go in the opening period here. The 33rd annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Fowler will take the three after the kickoff. He misses it strong. Followed the shot, though. Keeps it alive. And a reach-in foul is going to be called on Demarion Garvin, his first, team second. And a couple of subs for Blytheville. Gary Cook, 6'2 junior, checks in, and number 32, Corey Chun, he's a 6'1 senior for Blytheville. So they have played close to 10 players here in the first quarter.
Also checking in is Tremaine Jamison, number 1 for the Chickasaws.
Trey Jamison started the ball game. He comes back in. There's a long three, nothing but backboard. Easy rebound for Blytheville. Jacksonville gets into full court pressure, broken easily for the Chickasaws. Down the baseline.
Nobody there.
Nobody there. He throws it away. Davis. Elbow jumper, a little strong. Blytheville clears it. In transition. Too bad pass, out of bounds.
Coach Pierce is saying the Wolf tipped it, and the official said, nope, don't think so, Coach.
Darion Reed back in for Lighthouse for Draylon Cooper Wood. Jacksonville back with their starters. Davis takes it to the left side, out near midcourt to Reed. Reed pushed out. Blytheville stays in their man-to-man. Just trying to find a seam. There's one that opens up, and a bad shot. Just too hard off the backboard. Easy rebound for the Chickasaws, but their transition bucket won't go, but the stick back does for Corey Chun. His first bucket, 15-3 Blytheville.
Both teams are having trouble with the layup. I bet you both coaches go in and get this taken care of.
And I don't know what I just saw, but why in the world did Jaquan Fowler run out and just intentionally foul Demario Davis?
It made no sense whatsoever.
Dre Brumfield checks in for Jacksonville Lighthouse. He's number 14. He replaces Keyshawn McLennan, who was in there for about a breath or two. And Lighthouse basketball, Davis. Reed backs out, can't find a seam. He'll go to the left side, and Miles. Back to Brumfield, back to Reed. Reed takes it to the free throw line. Jumper from there. He missed the bucket. He had no points last night. Rebound to the Chickasaws. Inside pass opening, but a shot missed.
Nice entry pass. And I think Wolf got away with the foul there.
I don't think he realized how open he was. He actually went to the defense. Here's Miles. Pushed and shoved. And
yeah, he tried to do the Euro step, and he took 4 instead of hanging up.
So Blytheville gets it back. With 6 seconds to go. Between the circles, long three. No good. Davis with the board, gets his shot off, and way over the backboard. 15-3 Jacksonville with the first quarter lead here in the 33rd annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. And you're watching it on Tubetown.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
First quarter for the Blytheville Chickasaws. They lead Jacksonville Lighthouse 15-3. Getting 4 points from Winston Peace and Trey Jamison. 3 points for Tony Numi on the only tray made, and a couple of deuces from Jarius Haynes and Corey Chunn. Not many fouls in this first quarter either.
Start of the second quarter, Lighthouse basketball.
Only 3, all on the Chickasaws. Lighthouse gets it first to Mario Devontae Davis, on the right side. Gets a pick.
Watch his dribble, bud. He's awful close to palming or double dribbling it every time he bounces. Davis is.
Miles just out of the jump circle. Kicks it to Reed. 13-foot jumper, really nice there for Eric Miles, his first bucket.
Yeah, that was a sweet jumper. And a good job by the Wolves there to control the pace and get them an open jumper also.
15-5. Blytheville's had many shots inside the paint. Jacksonville goes man-to-man. Dribble drive bucket, missed. Offensive board, stick back, good. Nice one by Gary Cook, his first bucket.
Good job by the Chickasaws to attack the boards, and again, no boxing out by the Wolves.
Miles has it on the left wing to the right side. Davis going to launch another 3, and he got it. 2 for him, 6 points.
And that was a set shot. That wasn't even a jumper.
You're going to see when he shoots, most of the time when he does it successfully, it is a set shot. Kind of takes me back to my old days of set shooting. 3 on the way, no good from Fowler.
Good hustle by both teams there.
17-8. Davis going to put it up on the run. Won't go. Offensive board, but lost. Underneath now, Blytheville with the breakaway. And that one's made. Numai has 5. 19-8, back to double digits. Here's Davis. He's the playmaker for Jacksonville. I'd like to get it in his hands and let him do his thing. And Miles seems to be the pure shooter of the two. He's got a real nice form on his jump shot. Here's Mims. Taking it down, getting in there, and nowhere to go, and he gets rescued by the foul.
The thing is, I think he come down hard on his knee. I'm not 100% sure. I'd like to see the replay on that if we could.
Jaquan Fowler got him.
Here we go. Let's look right here, bud. There's the reach-in foul.
I can't really see anything that he did.
There.
Maybe bumping knees, and there can be nothing more painful than that. There's Chad Burke from St. Bernard's down looking at Mims. So we'll break away from here as the Blytheville Chickasaws leading the Jacksonville Lighthouse Wolves 19-8 from Tubetown.
The holidays are about staying in touch with family, friends, the holiday spirit. Ritter Communications keeps you in touch with fast, reliable internet to power holiday fun on all your family's devices. Connect with newly launched speeds up to 100 meg, backed by friendly local service. This holiday season, stay in touch with a broadband upgrade from Ritter Communications. Always right by you.
Back at Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium, still tending to Mims down there underneath the goal of Jacksonville. Chad Burke still working in it.
It does look like he's working on his knee, though.
Yeah, it really does. And if he bumped it, he must have bumped it hard. I'm thinking that he just went down the wrong way and may have done something to that MCL or ACL. Hope not, because that certainly can be more damaging than just bumping knees. He's up. Looks like they're going to go to the locker room. So Chris Mims heads to the locker room And Lighthouse, who really doesn't have that deep of a bench of players that they feel comfortable with, are going to have to get down to either Cooperwood or Brumfield.
And whoever checks in for Mims will be shooting the 2 foul shots.
Dalen Cooperwood, the 6'1 junior, checks in the ball game. And Reggie Adele also comes in the game, and Adele is going to be the one shooting the free throws. (19-8). Blytheville from the 5A, 6A blend. Second in the conference last year to the Nettleton Raiders in the 5A division, as Adele misses the first of 2. Didn't attempt any last night against Jonesboro.
This is the last year of those blended conferences, too.
Thank goodness. Adele hits 1 of 2, and it's 19-9. Back to a 10-point lead.
And Blytheville will go down to the 4A East. You know, with the way they got rid of the 7A, and so they'll be in the 4A East next year.
One of very few turnovers for Blytheville will give the ball back to Jacksonville. Yeah, and I'm not so sure that, well, I may get in trouble for saying this, but I'm not so sure they did the right thing. Eliminating a classification and moving some teams down and splitting up some conferences. The 5A East was in very good position. And now Valley View and Blytheville both will be moving down to the 4A level. There's a bad pass, not knowing where your player was, by Eric Miles. Thought Davis was a little deeper. He wasn't. The ball will go over to Blytheville.
And listening to your show every morning, I know that you are just emphatic that you get to go back to Mountain Home for basketball in the wintertime.
Can't wait, he says sarcastically.
I can't say anything. I'm even further west from there originally, so.
Long 3, bounces high, and taken by Davis. Here comes the Wolves. Still in this ball game. They really haven't played well to this point. Reed has it. Will line up a 3. It's off the mark. There's a push off that Adele got away with. Blytheville gets the basketball anyway. Pass inside between defenders. And nor Jarius Haynes or the Lighthouse player could handle it. It will stay with the Chickasaws on their end. Out goes Trey Jamison, and in comes Michael Carruthers for the Chickasaws. Also, Curtis Smith will come in for the first time this afternoon. He is a 5'9" sophomore. And he will replace Tony Newmy. Gets it into Smith. Open 3, a little short. Tip rebound, pulled down by Blytheville.
I think he thought about that one too long.
Here's another 3. It's missed also. Running rebound for Davis. He got away with the double dribble. His pass deflected out. Will slow it down by Michael Carruthers. But it'll still be Jacksonville's ball. They'll inbound baseline near the corner. Chickasaw staying with, they're going to a matchup zone now.
Yeah, they were in that a little earlier also. Then they went back to their man-to-man.
Davis a little out of his range, bangs it off the backboard, breakaway bucket for Blytheville to Marion Garvin. He has 2 points. It's 21-9. And a turnover.
Coach Parker's not liking the call there. He thought maybe a Chickasaw hit it.
Story on Jacksonville last night, they just turned over too many times against Jonesboro. Pass inside. Quickly recovered by Reed, who got his hands and caused a 3-second violation on the Chickasaws. Brandon Thesey with that call. So the ball goes back over to Jacksonville. 21-9, Chickasaw lead, going full court pressure.
I think Coach Pierce was wanting a timeout, and they'd already handed the ball over to the Wolves for the inbound. He was mad at the defense that his Chickasaws were getting into.
And a reach-in foul by Winston Peace, his first. That's 16 fouls now.
He's still not happy with his Chickasaws.
Brumfield gets it into Davis. Back to man-to-man are the Chickasaws. Davis has the top key. Step back three. Won't go. Good box out rebound there by Carruthers. He'll break it into the front court. Driving bucket won't go. Nice rebound there by McLennan. In the front court. Dump down. Offensive foul on Eric Miles. You get in the air, there's nowhere to come but down, and if you do it right, you can get the call every single time, and it was done right.
And Haynes was sitting right there. He was ready. I mean, he was set for a good 2 steps. Good call by the official.
So Miles picks up his first foul.
First foul on the Wolves, isn't it?
On Jacksonville. We're down to 2:47 in the first half. Peace. Swings it in the corner. Slicing down the lane, shot missed. Blytheville hadn't made one in a while now. Here's McLennan, his shot blocked. And rebound by Carruthers. He goes the other way. Coast to coast, laying good. How about that by Michael Carruthers, his first bucket of the game.
Nice move, slick move there by Carruthers.
He was determined.
Oh, there's a foul right there.
Long three missed. Blytheville with the breakaway bucket. And a dunk from Winston Peace, now with 6 points. 25-9. There's another steal for Blytheville.
Lighthouse needs a timeout.
They really do. That's 4 for Carruthers. And it's an 8-0 run for the Chickasaws.
Another
turnover. Mackenzie Pierce wants transition. Michael Carruthers, spin move, nice up and under. That's too many steps.
Yeah.
NBA maybe, AAA no.
And Lighthouse finally called the timeout.
And boy, they are reeling. They are looking at a 8-0 run for the Chickasaws as they've opened up a 27-9 lead. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a 30 as you're watching the 33rd Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic on Tubetown.
Come out and see the largest lighting display in the Mid-South at Lights of the Delta. Over 6 million lights and 48 major motion displays span a 40-acre drive-through site. Lights of the Delta is open Sunday through Thursday from 5:30 until 9 p.m. and 5:30 until 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays through December 27th. For more information, visit our website, lightsofthedelta.com. Don't miss Lights of the Delta through December 27th.
There you go. Jacksonville Lighthouse just saw an 8-0 run. Probably 3 of those 4 baskets they made in that run were due to Jacksonville Lighthouse turnovers.
Yeah, and most of them were silly turnovers. Now, some by good hustle by the Chickasaws to steal, but there's a lot of them they weren't not good turnovers whatsoever.
Blytheville was forcing Jacksonville into their game of running
another
game.
one.
Another turnover with that full court pressure lay-in made by Tony Numai. He has 7. 29-9. 20-point lead just like that and another turnover.
Bad pass. Didn't even look to see who he was passing it to, and it went right straight in the hands of B.J. Holton of the Chickasaws.
Corey Chun with his second bucket. B.J. Holton in the game for Blytheville. Holton is a 5'9" senior. There's Miles, can't get free, almost got a 5 count. Now he'll take it down and lay it in.
Number 3, Eric Miles.
Eric Miles with his second bucket, 4 points. And that breaks the run at 10-0. It's 29-11.
That's a Band-Aid bucket right there. It's not, the bleeding hasn't stopped all the way yet.
Shot blocked and out of bounds will stay with the Chickasaws. Curtis Smith returns for the Chickasaws, replacing Michael Carruthers.
34 seconds left to go in the half.
I'd like to say Blytheville was going to work for the last shot, but I should have known better. Three-pointer made by Jaquan Fowler, his first bucket of the day, and it's 34-11. Only one foul in this first half for Jacksonville Lighthouse, but also only 11 points for Lighthouse also. Cooperwood gets it to Miles. Miles down low, loose to the basketball, picked up by Blytheville. They're going to get the last shot of the half.
Adele couldn't hold on to that.
And a rainbow three. Tony Newmont, double figures in the first half. That was his 10th point. And that was just like slamming the door in the face of the Wolves. They ended it on a 18-2 run to take a 37-11 halftime lead.
And I tell you what, right there was just, that's typical of the way the Lighthouse Wolves' day has been with that three-pointer at the end.
Played pretty good basketball early, but then they got into a running game with Blytheville. They're no match for the Chickasaws on that. 37-11. Blytheville with the halftime lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium in a few moments. You're watching the 33rd Annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Basketball Classic on Tubetown.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Come out and see the largest lighting display in the Mid-South at Lights of the Delta. Over 6 million lights and 48 major motion displays span a 40-acre drive-through site. Lights of the Delta is open Sunday through Thursday from 5:30 until 9 p.m. and 5:30 until 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays through December 27th. For more information, visit our website, lightsofthedelta.com. Don't miss Lights of the Delta through December 27th.
Introducing Ritter's new whole home DVR solution, the better way to watch TV. Record up to 6 of your favorite programs at the same time. And watch them in up to 5 different rooms throughout your home. Manage your recordings, set parental controls, and more from your smartphone or tablet from the free Follow Me TV app. The best part, equipment starts at only $25 per month when added to an existing TV package. We just revolutionized the way you watch TV. Ritter Communications, right by you.
The holidays are about staying in touch with family, friends, the holiday spirit. Ritter Communications keeps you in touch with fast, reliable internet to power holiday fun on all your family's devices. Connect with newly launched speeds up to 100 meg, backed by friendly local service. This holiday season, stay in touch with a broadband upgrade from Ritter Communications. Always right by you.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
Back at halftime, yes, we've actually playing a game here. The stands are a little bit empty this early in the day with Jacksonville Lighthouse trailing the Blytheville Chickasaws at half by a count of 37-11. And not many scores in the game for Lighthouse. Only 5 players in the scoring column, led by Devontae Davis. He had a couple of tray balls to give him 6 points. Eric Miles had 4. And the only 2 free throws taken by either team was from Reggie Adele. He made 1 out of 2 for his 1 point, and that, Wes Cisco, is the scoring column, the line on the Jacksonville Lighthouse Wolves.
Again, you know, with them having ineligible players earlier in the season, I wonder if that's some of their better players because they just look outgunned and outmatched, and they have no depth whatsoever, Bud. And I'm just afraid this one could be done middle of this quarter.
That may be done already. 9 players in the scoring column for Blytheville. They had some really good contribution from their bench. Tony Newmont, starter, had 10 points in the first half. He hit that 3 at the buzzer to be the only player in double figures. Winston Peace, also a starter, had 6 points. 4 points each for Michael Carruthers and Trey Jamison, who started this ball game, and then 4 points for Corey Chunn, a 6'1 substitute. 3 points for Jaquan Fowler. 2 points for Demarion Garvin and 2 points each for Jarius Haynes. And that's all the players. They played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players, and 9 of them scored. So just about everybody contributed for the Chickasaws. They looked pretty good in that first half.
They looked real well in that first half, and I tell you, you cannot do better than what that stat you just read, 9 out of 10 players in the scoring column. And I'd like to know how many of them's also got some steals because their relentless defense against the Wolves, and you could tell there towards the end where the Wolves had about 6-7 straight turnovers for Blytheville points.
5 straight trips where Blytheville scored on those turnovers and probably had I would say close to between 15 and 20 turnovers in that first half while Blytheville took care of the basketball.
Yeah, and it's all right there. You just said it. Blytheville took care of the basketball. Of course, they do have more depth, and like you know, we saw the missed dunk there by Carruthers earlier, and Coach Pierce put him out immediately because of their depth. I think they're going to be a player in the 5A East.
This is the first of 4 games we'll be bringing to you today in the 33rd Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. There you see it right there. Last night, Pine Bluff beat these Chickasaws. It was a heck of a game, 59-56. Pine Bluff waiting to play host Jonesboro tonight, who beat the Wolves by 22. North Little Rock won a thriller over Jonesboro Westside, which you'll see in the next game coming up. Andy Manis will be here to take care of the play-by-play duties. And then the nightcap, Springdale Harbor and Batesville Southside. Batesville Southside from the 4A classification gave Harbor from 7A all they wanted, but Harbor won it at the end. Now maybe a precursor to a late game in the state tournament this year in the 4A classification between Westside and Southside. That comes up next, and then tonight at 8:30, North Little Rock playing Harbor right after Jonesboro takes on Pine Bluff.
And that game could be a precursor for the 7A playoffs with North Little Rock being in the 7A Central and Harbor in the 7A West.
And keep in mind, too, North Little Rock and Pine Bluff still have some football players playing that will come out and contribute to the basketball team. North Little Rock playing in the 7A championship this weekend, and Pine Bluff playing tonight against Greenwood in the 6A championship. Where they're getting ready for the second half of action, so we'll take our final time out of halftime as you're watching the 33rd Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic on Tubetown.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade, presented by Hubbard & Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
We're at Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium on the campus of Jonesboro High School. Hurricane will play later today. They'll play at 7 o'clock tonight or about that time against Pine Bluff Zebras. That is a replay of a state championship game a couple of years ago where the Pine Bluff team actually beat Jonesboro, and then last year Jonesboro returned the flavor in the second round of the playoffs by beating the favorite, beating Pine Bluff. And now Pine Bluff wants to get a little replay on that.
Yeah. And you know Coach Swift's going to have them ready to play.
Blytheville will start off the second half with a 26-point lead. They get it inside. A nice Jarius Haynes shot. 4 points for Haynes. And Blytheville just picks up where they left off, 39-11.
The only thing that Haynes did wrong there was put the ball on the floor inside the paint.
So many players. And a good friend of mine, Dana Kirk, now no longer with us, but he always said, why would a guy 6'10" bring himself to 6'1"? That's exactly what you do. A nice shot made in there by Michael Crothers, his 6 points. Why bring yourself down to the level of a 6'1" player? Because that's exactly what you do when you bring the basketball down. Keep it above your head.
Exactly.
Spin with the ball above your head. Never bring it down.
Exactly. That's the way, that's the way I was coached. Now, did I do it all the time? No. But I also heard about it.
Davis firing one up in the corner, 1 and out for Lighthouse. 30-point lead. 3 out of 4 really good games yesterday. Looks like the first one here is going to be a stinker.
I think the next game, when you got the Warriors and Southerners coming up, I think that's going to be a good game.
I don't think this is the Jacksonville Lighthouse team that was supposed to come here and play. As we said earlier, they had 4 players ruled ineligible and cost them four losses where they were wins. Otherwise, they'd be bringing a 7-3 team in here instead of a 3-7 team. Trey Jamison gets his third bucket. 43-11. There's a shot in and out. 1 and out again for Jacksonville. Not again any second chances.
That was actually a good shot by Miles there. He just didn't go in the bucket. Not enough ball.
For Blytheville.
Sorry about that, bud. Not enough ball movement that time by the Chickasaws. They're trying to play a little me ball right now, and I don't think Coach Pierce is going to like that too well.
Michael Carruthers picks up his first foul of the game, or excuse me, his second foul of the game. That's the first team foul in the second half. Cooperwood can't get inside. Blytheville doing some good denial defense as they've moved to a 2-3 zone. Actually playing a diamond and one. There's a steal on the guy that was guarding the one, Winston Peace, and he gets an easy lay-in. 8 points for him, and Blytheville outscoring Jacksonville 8-0 in the second half. That ends the O.
Good job by Davis of keeping his dribble and going in for the left-handed layup.
Jamison in the corner. He'll take it to the bucket, and he'll get an extra. Good body control in the air. Laid it up easy.
Nice job going to his left, and like you said, with the body control in there, and then you saw Cooperwood go down with his hand. That is something high schoolers do as also. They don't stay straight up. They want to slap down.
4 in and 1 will come in if Jamison makes his free throw. 47-13 and some extended playing time for some subs for the Chickasaws. Jamison. First free throw of the day for Blytheville.
Coming up after the game, we'll have the NEA Sports Basketball Preview Show to help you get us to tip off of game 2. We'll have a segment of the show between each game tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, but all these games today and tomorrow all covered by Tubetown. Reed in the corner. Not a lot of movement for Jacksonville without the ball. They just don't have a lot of cutting going on right now. Miles with the shot. Won't go. A rare offensive board for the Wolves. Nice move, Miles. Dump pass down, and a nice shot on the baseline and one for Reggie Adele.
I believe that foul's going to be on Corey Chun. As you see right here.
First on Chun.
Nice pass, and then he gets him from behind right there for the and one.
Adele gets his third free throw of the day, an old-fashioned three-point play. And it's 48-16. Lighthouse in a 1-3-1. They switch. It's like they're playing sort of a man-to-man in a way. Following the cutter down the lane. Three missed, and board by the Wolves. Two-man team, I think, in Eric Miles and Devontae Davis, and you can tell they were players before the ineligible player was found.
I'm just glad to see Miles back out there after looking like he may have had an injury in the first half. Oh,
bad miss. But another chance for Blytheville. And the ball saved in by Reed. And he threw it off to Chickasaw, so the Wolves will get the basketball. Keyshawn McClennan checks back in for the Wolves. And Adrian Reed's going to take a rest. With 3:32 to go in the third quarter, big lead for Blytheville. And chances of starting the fourth quarter off under the mercy rule. They were mercy ruled last night by Jonesboro. Devontae Davis, good-looking player. Draws a double team. Push got away with underneath.
Yeah, big time. And being an official, I can tell you right now, these are the games you hate to call.
You have a tendency to overlook some things, and that gets players injured. You really can't do that. And there's another turnover on the Wolves.
But you call everything you see also, then you're going to be out here all night, even with the running clock.
Chun gets it in, now kick out three. Off the mark. Offensive board by Blytheville, and there's a foul inside.
I believe that's going to go on Devorian Reed.
Now it's going to be on. Well, they've changed the numbers on me then. Curtis Smith gets a free throw. His first points of the game.
And to be honest with you, bud, it's my first time here in this gymnasium, and I like it.
Really?
I like the lighting, the floor. I've been over in this country for a few years now, but I've always been officiating somewhere else. There's going to be a blocking foul. Got his knee out. That's going to be on Curtis Smith. Oh, on Fowler. I thought he said two.
That's three on Fowler. That's two in the half on Jacksonville. And another one on Blytheville. That was going to go on Gary Cook, his first foul of the game. And timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
Coach Pierce is asking him, why are you slapping instead of playing defense?
And that's what happens when you get in these type games, everybody's looking for stats instead of quality of play. And Mackenzie Pierce wants to keep it in line. He wants these guys to play just like his starters do. Because you never know when you could move into that starting position.
In order for those who wish to attend both the Hurricane Classic and the Arkansas State Red Bulls Troy Trojans football game tomorrow night at Centennial Bank Stadium.
Game times tomorrow in this tournament have all been moved back by an hour and a half, so it'll be a noon starting time tomorrow for the very first game. And the championship game will be played at 4:30 if everything stays relatively close to on time. Championship game at 4:30 here, doing that to try to give everybody a chance to get out to the Troy Arkansas State football game at Centennial Bank Stadium.
I think that game, it's Arkansas State's only favored by 1 point in that game.
That's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah, and I think that's the way that one should go too. That could go either way. Just depends on which team wants it more.
Miles 8 out of 9 last night, 2 out of 2 today, and 50-18. Moving the basketball around. That's a little more of what Mackenzie Pierce wants to see from his subs.
Oh, nice
pass.
Middle.
Nice court awareness there, and a good assist. Corey Chun with the bucket.
B.J. Holton with a nice drive and assist. That was just a pretty pass.
Step back three will be off the mark for Devontae Davis, and Blytheville with the rebound.
Oh, he got away with the double dribble there. So he didn't get the steps.
Dalen Cooperwood back in for Jacksonville. He'll replace Reed.
Cameron Carmichael comes in for the Chickasaws, taking the place of Gary Cook.
Eric Miles can't get the bucket to drop. Nice save on the baseline by Blytheville. They come the other way in transition, then back out of it. Not forcing up the shot.
Man, they had Carmichael wide open in the lane and didn't see him.
Cameron Carmichael in the game. He's number 50. And Jaquan Fowler drains a deep one. His second of the game, 6 points in the game. 55-18.
I do believe you can start running the clock now. It won't matter.
Another step back three, halfway down and out. Stick back good, though, by Reggie Adele. He has 6. 55-20.
So it looks like the Wolves will play the noon game tomorrow, with Blytheville playing the game after. Yep. Caught him with palm in the ball.
Yep. Blytheville will be playing in the second game tomorrow, and that will be at 1:30. And at noon tomorrow, Lighthouse will take on the loser of the next game, which is going to be a good one, between the Westside Warriors and the Batesville Southside team, who gave Springdale Harbor all they wanted last night.
Well, we had Harbor at the Brooklyn tournament, and they ended up with third place. And the semifinal game, they came out flat, couldn't hit anything against the Marion Patriots.
Carmichael, little hook shot, got it to go. Cameron Carmichael gets in the scoring column, 57-20.
Number 5, Reggie Adele.
And a quick bucket for Adele, his 8th point. 57-22, and that's 3/4 of basketball here in the first game of 4 at Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium, Blytheville, all over Jacksonville Lighthouse, 57-22. Get ready for a quick fourth quarter. This is the 33rd.
High
high-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
We're back for the fourth quarter here at Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium, game 1 of day 2 in the 33rd Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Blytheville all over Jacksonville Lighthouse, who really just never got out of the box. Too many turnovers early, too many missed shots early, and the Chickasaws have just had their way.
It's been the Chickasaws game all night long. And don't forget, coming up after the game, we will have the NEA Sports Basketball Preview Show to help you get us the tip-off of Game 2. We'll have a segment of the show between each game tonight and tomorrow.
Lighthouse gets first crack here in the fourth quarter. It should be under the mercy rule. And there's another steal. That was almost a giveaway. And a nice driving bucket by Curtis Smith. He has 4 points in the game. That's his first bucket. It's 59-22. Now Jacksonville's going to set up some offense. A little late for that.
I think they're just ready to kill some clock, but that's what it looks like to me.
Oh, Eric Miles says, "No, sir, I'm going to drive it down." He gets a bucket and one.
Some clock, but that's what it looks like to me.
Foul charged on 13 Corey. Shot his second. Tim Smith basket is good.
See him leaning into the play.
Oh yeah, big time.
And one.
You got the N1.
And Miles gets the N1. He's a perfect 3 out of 3 from the line.
And everybody stood around. Every Chickasaw stood around handing the ball to the official. They were thinking 2-shot foul. That's not going to make Coach Pierce happy.
The difference in this ball game, a lot of it is a lot of movement without the basketball by the Chickasaws, and just not a lot from Jacksonville, and then owning the boards with guys like Corey Chun getting the easy second chances.
And another thing is the depth, though. But I mean, Lighthouse has got the same players they've had since the first quarter. And, you know, their legs are probably tired from last night and again tonight.
And still only 3 players in the scoring column, as Mackenzie Pierce called a quick timeout just to get a couple of his subs in the game. Tay Smith and KJ Johnson are going to check in for Blytheville. Smith is a 6'2 sophomore. Johnson a 5'9 senior. Now they're going to go to their benches for a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, I think the Lighthouse coach, Coach Parker, wanted to go ahead and talk to his team. He said, well, you called the timeout. I want to talk to him for a second.
"11 players have now scored for Blytheville, and still only 3 for Jacksonville. Eric Miles has 9, and Reggie Adele, Devontae Davis have 8 each, and that's it for the Wolves. Not going to win many basketball games like that.
Excuse me, I got hiccups.
KT Johnson watches a 3 go up from Tay Smith, who just checks in the game and drains a quick one.
And that's what kind of night it's been for the Chickasaws. It's been, you know, it's been their night tonight.
64-25. And
blocking
there's
foul.
a blocking foul. You could see that coming. And I'm not sure in a tight game that was going to be a blocking foul.
I believe it would have been if we could see the replay on that, if we got it, because Smith was still moving over to try to get in position.
Going to throw it in baseline left of the goal. And Lighthouse will set up their offense against the fresh Davis. Can't get the bucket. His stick back no good. Third try no good. And the Chickasaws come away with it. And there's a foul on Devontae Davis. His first third-team foul.
The good thing is the clock is still running.
Yeah. That's a good thing for Blytheville, not so good for Jacksonville. They played two and been mercy ruled too.
And you know, like you said, coming in this tourney, this isn't the same Lighthouse team that they thought it would be. But, you know, you got to think of the psyche of the Wolves too. You know, they're out there giving it all they have, but they're down 4 players.
Tay Smith with the dump down pass gets an easy bucket for Blytheville. And it's 66.
We got a substitute coming in.
Another quick timeout to get one more in the game. That's Dre Brumfield, who has played sparingly tonight. He'll replace Devontae Davis.
And 11, Jason Bobo. Looks like he just checked in as well. And that's
Kyron Thompson. Kyron Thompson is number 11 today. Jason Bobo has the flu-like symptoms. He's not even dressed out today, so they did a little number change. You weren't here earlier to find that out. And there's a shot missed by Brumfield. Blytheville with the rebound. And that's another one for Lighthouse. There's foul.
I think they're going to call that one on the floor, too.
Trey Brumfield guilty. His first. Fourth on Jacksonville. Going to call it a floor foul, so he'll throw it in to the left of the basket. Malik Smith into the game. He's number 21 for Jacksonville Lighthouse, and they come up with the steal. Too few of those today for the Wolves.
Yeah, and it's against the last team of the Chickasaws.
Another miss for Jacksonville, another rebound for Lighthouse. And a dribble drive bucket. Nice shot by K.T. Johnson. (68-25).
Start warming up the bus, bud.
They'll be ready to get out of here. They're probably not too worried about who they're playing tomorrow. There's a nice shot made. And the fourth player has scored now for Jacksonville. That's a first bucket for Darian Reed.
Yeah, I bet the Lighthouse Wolves go to the hotel room.
There's a runner missed badly. Reed with the rebound. He's excited. He got a point.
They're going to call a blocking foul on that one. Like you said, that one right there could have probably been called the other way if it was a closer game. But
A.T. Johnson got a bucket in the game, got a foul in the game. And Darian Reed will shoot a couple. As the clock still moves with 1:16 to go.
I don't even know if the Southerners have made it into the gym yet. Their game ain't supposed to start for another 30 minutes.
They better get here. Those free throws are missed. Long three, in. Ooh. How about that shot by Tay Smith? He has 2 trays in the game, 6 points.
Nice setup shot there by Smith.
Keyshawn McLennan going to have another foul.
Curtis Smith will get a blocking foul. And give Lighthouse a chance for a couple of free throws with the clock running. So
this will be the last 2 shots of the game. First one is no good.
He's got to hurry to get the second one up. Just hurry up and throw it up there, son.
McLennan gets the last bucket of the game. It's a one-pointer. He finishes with 1 point, and an easy afternoon for the Blytheville Chickasaws. And my pay for the day, my cupcake is here. My cupcake is here. From Stephen Cox, it is from here. How about that?
Well, my question is,
and
will Wendy
Mr.
find
Fire
out?
down there gets it. The guys are teaming up, giving me a cupcake, a strawberry cupcake. Look at that icing.
Boy, that looks good.
And I know it's sugar-free.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
It's got to be sugar-free. 71-27. The Blytheville Chickasaws take care of Jacksonville Lighthouse. At noon tomorrow, Lighthouse will play the loser of the next game between Westside and Batesville Southside, and Blytheville will play the winner of that next game between the two. Wes Cisco, your final thoughts on this one?
This was just a runaway. That 2A school didn't have a chance against the 5A East powerhouse Chickasaws, especially after losing the 4 players in eligibility.
And Blytheville is really expected to make some noise in that 5A East. They coming off a very good year that they finished runner-up to Nettleton, lost in the first round of the state tournament to Marlton. They want to go a little deeper this year.
Yeah, they want to. Hopefully they can get a little closer to home state tournament this year. So we'll find out in January. But I think because that has a lot to do with it right there, where you're traveling to.
I'll tell you who else better get here pretty quick. Andy Manus, because he's got the call of the next one between Westside and Batesville Southside. That will do it for me, Bud Schropel. Wes Cisco, I'll leave you with Andy Manus. Have enjoyed it. Maybe we'll do it again. You're watching the 33rd annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic on Tubetown.